Hello and welcome to University of Manchester. My name's NBetteridge. I'm an anaesthetic consultant based at Manchester Royal Infirmary, and I have the honour and privilege of working with you on the first and second year part of your course on the TBL sessions and exploring how some of the clinical side of things apply to the learning that you're doing. And it's important to say congratulations on getting this far and welcome to the course. But not to put a dampener on it, this is kind of the start for you. This is where kind of your career and your vocation begins. And it's understanding that the science and the kind of anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, all those kind of elements of medicine are so important, and you need to have a good understanding of those. But it's remembering that actually training to be a clinician, training to be a doctor is taking everything all on board. It's not just the science, it's also understanding how people think and understanding how they interact with healthcare systems. So it's trying to think about the entirety of the person. Now, the best kind of example I can think of that just straight off is actually a recent example I had where I was working in A&E. I'd been called down to help with a patient who'd suffered a road traffic collision and had been involved in a trauma and had lost a lot of blood. And in this instance, I'm having to manage not just the science and think about the cardiovascular system and think about cardiac output, and what blood products am I going to use and how it's important to choose the right blood product for the right situation, and drawing on a lot of that learning that I've not just done in my medical studies at university, but also throughout my professional career. But I also had to manage people's expectations. I had to think about the patient that was in front of me and speak to them, talk about how they were kind of experiencing it and feeling, and kind of reassure them where I could, but also explain to them what was happening. And then also thinking about the relatives who had come in at that particular point and how I was going to communicate with them. And it's taking in a load of things that I was learning, and I learned from the first year of medical school that I have to apply to my situation as a doctor in the hospital. So take note, it's really important, and I hope you have a really great few years. Thanks.